Pokemon, Kaiju, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey, hello there collectors, it is Steven here, and happy Halloween to ya. Today I have a special spooktacular review for you where we're going to be taking a look at something that is super terrifying, something horrific that might prevent you from sleeping tonight. Are you ready? Don't be scared. It's the Revoltech Hello Kitty Black Skull version. That's right, we're taking a look at a repaint of the original Revoltech Hello Kitty released a couple years back, but you know what? It's super fitting for Halloween. Oh, you thought I was going to do Pennywise. Nope, that'll be coming later, kids. Anyway, the Revoltech Hello Kitty Black Skull version is actually relatively affordable, but with something so simplistic in design, is it worth the purchase? Well, it's designed pretty well, so that might be a plus. Let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Rocking what I could best call a Day of the Dead theme here, Hello Kitty actually looks really cool. We have flowers which sort of replace the eyes. We have a couple of hearts on the body overall. We have one on the head and one on the torso. The bow is decked out with a nice flower and a couple of other designs here and there. Overall, this is an interesting take on Hello Kitty, and I am sure some designer fans, such as things like, let's say Kill Cat that I reviewed a while back, will definitely find some lovable factors here. The only downside to the looks is that the paint can be a little splotchy in some areas, including the little heart for the nose. Isn't that so cute? But other than that, this is quite a unique design for Hello Kitty, and I do have to say whether or not it's going to be a desk toy for you or one that you're just going to have up on the shelf, so this way you can really be the talk of the town, if you will, Hello Kitty will make a nice centerpiece or even a side piece for your collection, but don't make Hello Kitty a side piece. That's kind of disturbing. Now, believe it or not, Hello Kitty does have some articulation. She is a Revoltech after all. The head does plug into the body. That would be the neck joint here, kids, on a Revoltech joint, so this way it hinges forward and back. And there is also a swivel, so this way you can turn her head from side to side. She can look up a little bit, but unfortunately the sculpt for the head does hinder the articulation. You can pop the head off a little bit if you wanted to, so this way you can extend the range of movement a bit more. The shoulders are on basic swivels, so this way you can spin them around, full 360 range there. And if you'll notice, there is a seam line on both arms. Well, on the inside anyway. That is because there are magnets there. When we move on down to the legs, there is a double Revoltech joint, so this way there are 2 points of movement for hinges, and where the Revoltech joint connects into the body and to the feet, there are swivels. So this way you can get Hello Kitty in a fun sitting pose, or if you want to have her walk or run, you can definitely do that. Now, when it comes to accessories, Hello Kitty does actually have a couple of them. Well, 4 to be exact. We do have a normal faceplate, which is in grayscale. We do have a support stand if for some reason you need a support stand for Hello Kitty, which you can actually support her up on 1 foot if you wanted to. We get an apple, which does have a magnetic back to it, so this way Hello Kitty can hold it. And then we have a black skull version of the Mousy Joey. So let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories individually here. For the faceplate of Hello Kitty, that is the normal faceplate, but in grayscale, it's, grayscale. Not a whole lot to talk about here, and if you wanted to swap this out with the normal Revoltech Hello Kitty, I imagine you can do that without any issue. But it's meant for this Hello Kitty, and the way that you swap out the faceplates is there are pegs that the faceplate plugs into the head of Hello Kitty, and what you have to kind of do is fight it, but you pop off the faceplate and then you pop the new one on and you will be good to go. I do recommend leaving a little bit of a gap for future swap outs, so this way you don't unfortunately or accidentally break one of the pegs off in Hello Kitty's head. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the apple, which has a very simple design, but it does have another heart on it, which is the best thing I can describe on that. I don't know what the other designs are called, but yeah, overall, it does look pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of paint slop here and there. Nothing too major, just a couple of stray black marks. But like I made mention before, on the back, there is a little magnet on it. So this way, Hello Kitty can actually hold it. So if you wanted to display Hello Kitty holding this nice white, I guess you might call it a death apple, you can definitely do that. Now, last for the accessories, we do have little Joey here, who is, black scallified, if you will. Can't quite say zombified because it's not a zombie. Anyway, overall, white base coat with some black detailing on it, and Joey looks cool with some flowers around the eyes. We have an upside down heart on the torso, and even on the back, they went so far with the extra mile to include a little tail. Now, overall, for the accessories for Hello Kitty, they're really cool. I think that they, kind of dialed it back a little bit from the original release, which even had an easel and a pen and all that fun stuff. But for this one, basically just fun display value. Nothing really over the top here, but that's okay because it was only like 20 bucks. Anyway, let's move on over to the size comparison so this way you can see how big this rather small figure is alongside some of the other figures you just might have up on your shelf. So overall, Hello Kitty does fit in nicely with pretty much everything. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. I do have to say that Hello Kitty fans or designer figure fans will absolutely love this, and it makes a fantastic gift for the horror fan in your life because after all, it's a Day of the Dead, if you will, themed Hello Kitty, and who's going to say no to that, especially if they like Pennywise when he's biting off a little kid's arm when he jumps out of the sewer. Anyway, this is a very fun variant, and I'm glad that this one was able to make it to market. Not a whole lot going on here in terms of accessories, but you know what? That's okay here in this situation because what we do have in terms of the overall package is a nice design, and quite frankly, that is something I can appreciate, especially when we're looking at a price point after some discounts at import sites of about 1,600 yen. You can't go wrong. Well, folks, that's the end of this review. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow me on social media to catch more behind-the-scenes shenanigans and updates. The end card should be popping up now with more hand-selected STR goodness for you to watch, so check out some of those videos. Be sure to check the description, too, to see where you can buy this figure or others like it, and some cool links, like the credits for this video, and other ways you can help out the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.